Welcome back to the Salty Podcast. I'm catching up with two Brits, one box, who I first talked with in episode 74 while they were anchored in Drake's Bay, which is just outside of San Francisco. They had already sailed from Vancouver and now they're in Baja and the Sea of Cortez, preparing for a Pacific crossing. Before we dive in, please like, subscribe, and share, and check out the Salty Podcast shop on Shopify. There's a link in the description. And check out my new sailing SPF shirts. And here is the link also. I'm Captain Tinsley, live from Coconut Grove, Florida, in the Miami area, aboard sailing vessel Salty Abandon, preparing for the Bahamas. Welcome, Lizzie and Billy.
Hi, Tinsley.
Hey.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. I'm glad to see that you guys have made some progress in your journey. Tell us where you are right now.
We're in La Paz on the Baja Peninsula in Mexico.
Yeah, and I did bring up a map so we can look at that real quick. So here we go. So right here.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's not showing up very well, but so you're right in here.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
I think somebody else showed me this. There's a place to anchor right in here.
That's where we are now, yeah.
That's exactly where we are. Exactly where your mouse is.
Okay. and you came all the way from, it's a pretty long way from San Francisco. Where's San Francisco? Where is it? Did I pass it? There we go. And you were in Drake's Bay, which is one of these.
That's the one, yeah.
Right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the last time we spoke. We were up there.
Okay, well, that is a long way. Congratulations. How many miles is that?
Thank you so much. That's a good question.
If you don't know, you can just say it's a really long way.
It is a really long way, yeah, definitely. We've kept an interactive logbook online and stuff of every single. As soon as that anchors up, we've been tracking it. So we have got the numbers somewhere, but we kind of hopped our way down.
So how was it? How was that trip? So you for anybody who didn't see episode 74, you started off two Brits in a box. You were in an RV. So can you just catch some people up on what you did before the boat? Just real quick, just like a couple of minutes or 60 seconds. How about that?
Yes, we was living in Canada for a few years, wasn't we? When your visa ended, we decided to go on a road trip. So we bought a truck and trailer and done a road trip of America, and then actually headed down into Baja, and that was our first introduction to Baja. Come back up, and then we was on Vancouver Island for a year, decided we wanted to go traveling again, and that led us to getting a sailboat, and we're now on this journey now. So
you actually were there in your RV, and you're like, we would like to come back here in a boat.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. We didn't know it would be a boat at the time,
No.
but we knew.
Oh, you did
somehow. So.
Well, that's good. And let's look at the boat real quick. That's not it. I thought I had it here. Okay, here we go. There we go.
That's us on our first, probably our first weekend, after we bought her and doing her up.
Yeah, that was your first weekend.
I think so. Yeah.
Now, so what would you tell those two people right there about this adventure?
We'll be okay.
You still have the boat. You didn't sell it.
Yeah, we still got her. She's kept us really safe, and there's a lot of trust in her, which is good.
And I'm sure your confidence has increased.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like last time we spoke, I think we'd just done the 4-day trip down into Crescent City and then headed down. That compared to now, when I sit out in the cockpit on the night shifts now, doing 6 knots in the pitch black dark, I think how scared I would have been just a few months ago. So
I think you talked about that at the time because you were talking about doing overnights and all that.
Yes, yeah. So
Uh-oh, I lost you. Come back. Well, while we're waiting on them, I think their camera went out. It's either me or them. Yoo-hoo. So, uh-oh. Okay, they'll be back. Let's just kick them from the studio. They'll be back. So, they are in Baja. Anybody out there watching? Don't you just love dead air? Let's put this, let me see if I can get this on the screen. While we're waiting on them, here we go. All right, you're back.
Sorry about that.
Okay, we're both on boats. Do you have Starlink?
We do, yes, yeah. A phone call came through on my phone, and when I cancelled the call, I think it took us off too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we're both on Starlink, so this could happen at any time.
Yes,
Let's
yeah.
see. Oh, we're right in the same anchorage. Is this a friend of yours?
Is it Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Ryan and Sophia on their catamaran Slon, and they're just
Cool.
over there.
We should get him to join in on this. Ryan, let us know if you want to come on. That'd be kind of fun. So yeah, we were talking about your confidence level and I've experienced that. The first time I took my boat from Orange Beach to the Keys and back, I really felt like I had learned so much. It's just by doing it. Is that how you've been feeling?
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the best way to. I mean, you can do all the courses and everything, which give you the basics, but getting out there and just doing it yourself and learning from mistakes as well. So.
Ryan says he's not camera ready. Okay, Ryan. All right, so Billy, tell us about how it's been for you.
Yeah, it's been good. Like I said, lots of learning. I think the trip coming down the coast has been a little less involving, I think for two reasons. The initial leg was our first ever overnight, and it was several nights as well, and it was an offshore passage, so there was a lot of things to contend with there, along with big seas and high winds and stuff like that. But we kind of managed it. After San Francisco, we slowed down a little bit. We hard hopped down the coast into California, and then waited into November, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Before we crossed into Ensenada, into Mexico, and then we did the same down the coast there. Harbor hops. I think we done 2 overnight passages. I think it was.
I think so. Yeah.
Over there, yes. But it felt a lot more relaxed and at our pace. And with that experience that we had previous to that, I feel like it stood us in good stead for the second leg from San Francisco down.
That was one of my questions, is how different was it? I know that the trades start kind of going out to sea at some point, right? Like towards Hawaii. How was that? What was that like handling that?
There's a lot of I feel like the weather changes when you get into Southern California, where the Channel Islands are. It's kind of protected, and you're off of the winds and the swell from the Pacific. Once you get around that coast and inside, it seems like the sea temperature warms up and the sea's calm, and the winds are a little less, I suppose, a little less predictable, a little less strong as well, which is a little bit of a calmer bay there. And then I felt once we started getting down the coast of Mexico, that it changed again. You've got more impact from the Pacific, but the sea temperatures warm up, and there's more of a northwesterly dominance with the airflows coming down. I found that we just have to watch out, because every now and again a system would come through, and then we get southerly winds, or it'd change up. So you'd have to tuck into a cove somewhere, ride it out, and then wait for the prevailing northwesterly winds to kick in again, and we'd make our way down the coast again.
There was a few squalls that we hit as well.
True, yeah.
What was that like?
It happened very fast. We saw them coming, and the first one actually just missed us. And our friends were in a boat about an hour behind us, and so I called. And then the second one, we hadn't heard from them, and then the second one came, but it really hit us hard, and our tow rail was in the water, but then it was over just as quickly as it came. But the seas was still confused coming in from the west as well, so it rounded our boat up slightly, but
we was on the wind vane, wasn't we? So
yeah,
the wind changed. I think it was northwesterly. No, it was a southwesterly, and it changed around to a northwesterly in a matter of seconds. And it went from like 15 knots southwesterly to, what was it, like 30 knots? I think it was something like that, 30, 35 knots northwesterly over like a 15-minute period. So our wind vane was currently set kind of a close haul direction where we was currently sailing, then rounded us up to basically close haul up into the waves, heading out to sea, basically the wrong direction. But we was heading into the surf and the waves, and with the wind being like a 30 knot, it was kind of crazy. Yeah. So we had to adjust sails real quick and change the wind vane and stuff. But yeah.
We radioed through to our friends who were behind us to check that they were okay. But in the matter of it from reaching them to us, it had increased loads because it didn't hit them that hard at all. That's why they didn't radio through to let us know, because it was quite low winds when it got to them. But in that time until it hit us, it increased. So
they were able to just have a nice peaceful sail.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
They got caught by the two squalls. There was two behind that just skimmed us and missed us. And then the third one come along because they got hit by it because they disappeared. It was like really dark and where it was raining real heavy. Because they initially called through to us and said, "Are you guys okay? We just got hit by the squall." And we was like, "No, it was fine. It was sunny. We still had the same winds. Nothing had changed." But then we see another squall coming. For we might get hit by this, and we got hit by that one. But that one missed them, didn't it?
Yeah. So it's so unpredictable, and it's good that everyone's on the radio looking out for each other, but it can change so fast.
Now, where did that happen to you? What part of the coast did that?
That was just leaving Isla de Cedros. So it's just
Turtle Bay, I think that was.
On the way into Turtle Bay.
Yeah, we left Turtle Bay. I think it was passing Baja Sujan.
So just down in just past as you go from northern Baja, California to southern, it's just over there. So it's kind of
we have a question from Mike Wack. Beautiful couple. What was your biggest surprise sailing those areas? They're brand new, Mike, so I'm sure there were a lot of surprises, weren't there? Let's hear
it.
Sailing in Mexican waters.
Anything you want to talk about?
Once we reached into Mexico, a lot of the stops we stopped at were very, very small fishermen towns and everything and everyone was so friendly. And our Spanish isn't up to scratch, and but it was really easy to communicate with the locals, and we were able to sort of trade with them for lobster and all that.
What did you trade? What did you give them?
Well, when we arrived in the bay, that we heard our friends had been able to trade cookie ingredients and things like that for lobster, because a lot of them have children or anything for the children, and we didn't have anything because we had eaten everything already. So yeah, so but actually
but you had all these spices.
Yeah.
But no food.
The guy suggested it first. He held up some, and we actually ended up trading some AA batteries. Just 5 AA batteries for a beautiful, beautiful lobster. So
I hope you got more batteries.
Yeah.
Are batteries plentiful on Baja?
Not really. I think they're quite expensive. And then all these towns, there's no shops there, so it's hard for them to get supplies out to these small towns.
So tip of the day, bring all your stuff to Baja, like the Bahamas, like you were saying earlier when we were offline.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And I think a lot of things like colouring in books for the children and things like that, because a lot of local fishermen want to take things home to their family. So if they've got children, then crayons or cookie ingredients and anything like that.
I need to stock up while I'm here. I need to stock up on that kind of stuff. So I have a question about where I am in Coconut Grove. Thanks for asking. Did you ask me where I am?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm in Coconut Grove, Miami, in the Miami area, Key Biscayne or the Biscayne Bay. So I went from Orange Beach, Alabama, across the Panhandle of Florida, down west coast of Florida, down into the Keys. I stayed there for a while. Different things, weather, a couple of repairs, you know. And I finally made it up to here, and I'm at a marina, and I'm ordering things and getting final things. A dinghy thing, situation I got to resolve, and a starter, waiting on my backup starter, and I got to get the cats inspected. One final inspection. I need to update my cruising permit for the Bahamas. It's out of date now. The dates I gave them are long gone, so I need to update that. And I'm by myself, so I'm just taking care of things. I've really just been taking my time. It sounds like kind of like you guys have been taking your time also.
Yeah,
might as well.
Enjoying it, right? So it's part of it.
I love the stops. I love to go to each place and experience what's going on there. Sounds like you do too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It feels like you're traveling all the time. It's nice to just stop, unwind a little, enjoy actually being in one place at one time. And like you say, getting a feel for the local community, meeting the local people. And that's kind of where you get your best experiences, or at least that's what we've found.
Sure. Let me ask you about those winds. When you got down where the winds were coming, off the land, and you said the water was calm and it was protected by the Channel Islands. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, in the bay in California.
Yeah. Anytime it's been my experience, if it's coming off the land, there's people that are listening like, no kidding. But this, when it's coming off the land, you have, it's the best of both worlds. You have the good, like 15, 20 knot winds, but the seas are calm. That's like the crack high that I'm seeking, good winds, but flat, the seas are doable and everything. Is that what it was like?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I felt like the northern, like Santa Barbara area, that was the best. Because the winds kind of funnel, because you got the islands just offshore, and then you got the mountainous coast there, and the winds just funnel through. But the swells blocked off, and it was just dead calm through there, and you get 15, 20 knots constant through there in the evenings, and it was just, it was the best sailing.
Yeah, you'll be seeking that every time. You're like, where are those conditions? So Ryan says, boat life teaches us all to reserve resources for sure. The most precious of which is time.
Definitely, yeah.
100%.
Definitely
true. Mike says, I've heard it's such a remote region, it's hard to find supplies. What's hard to find that you really need? That's a good question.
Well, there's need and there's would like. There's no chocolate, but not a necessity.
Oh. Are you? Who's the chocolate freak here? You are. Well, gosh, if anybody's listening, why don't somebody send them some chocolate? They're in that. What's that bay called? Well, La Paz. La Paz. And what's the name of that little channel?
Oh, I don't know. La Paz channel?
Works for me.
Yeah, I think also boat parks down. I don't know what mainland Mexico is like, but the Baja Peninsula, it's very difficult, especially if it's a specific part you need for the boat. We've found it, and a lot of nearly everyone else we've spoken to here have also found how hard it is to get imported in.
Yeah, well, how is that? Is there a tax when you ship it in? That's the way it is in the Bahamas. They want to give you a healthy tax.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's definitely the way it goes here. You hear some horror stories, people not receiving parts, and there's just lots of difficulties when it comes into the country. I mean,
it gets held up.
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of that type of thing goes on. I mean, we did try to order through Amazon, but then you need a code, like a residency code, to be able to order on Amazon. It says, yeah, there's lots of.
Did you say a residency code?
Yeah,
or
ID.
Yeah.
Which you only get if you're a Mexican resident, I believe. So I don't know if that's all products, but every product we've tried has asked for one, so we've not been able to order.
What do they want you to do? They want you to pay somebody to receive it?
Yeah, I think so. Or to go to the local shops, which may or may not be 3 times the price. But not always. There has been some parts we've managed to get at local shops.
Yeah, I had my phone went out the last time I was in the Bahamas. This was years ago, and it got held up in customs, and I finally just flew home and bought another phone. That's how bad it was. It looked suspicious because somehow it got rerouted. Instead of BS is the code for Bahamas, and it went to like BA or B something, and it went to Bosnia.
Oh
wow.
So when it routed back to the Bahamas, they thought it was suspicious. I go, it's just a phone. I'm a realtor. I just need my phone. And after I got home in the boat, like I flew home, got the phone, flew back, and then later at the end of my trip, I got it at home. They finally sent me so I had 2 phones. So yeah, everything doesn't always work when you're somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I do have some questions here. We kind of covered this. When you left Drake's Bay and headed south, what was the biggest adjustment sailing wise compared to where you had been sailing before? Aside from like experience, you felt a little more experience. It was warmer, right?
Yeah, the waters were warmer. We were able to start going snorkeling, which was nice, from the Channel Islands down.
Is it cold there in the Channel Islands, though? The water?
We were fine. Yeah.
It's nice with a wetsuit.
Okay. Wetsuit. All right. Anything else as far as...
We had to navigate.
I know you really liked Vancouver, that area, sailing in that area.
Yeah, it was nice. We had to navigate the capes because now that we was closer inshore, making our way down, there was like Cape we had Cape Mendocino, didn't we? Cape Conception Point. There was one other, wasn't there? I think it was too weird now. But dealing with them, like with the wind off the land, same issues. You had to really time them capes at the perfect time, because if you get caught in any sort of winds, the acceleration once you get around them is, the seas build up and the winds pick up. I think it was Conception Point, was it? We rounded. I think we rounded it in 5 knots. It was kind of motoring for most of it, and then once we got around, it picked up to I think 25 knots, and the seas had picked up.
Like, what do you think the seas were? How many feet were? Meters?
I'd say maybe not huge, maybe like a couple of meters, but they're short and steeper there, because you got a bit of tide current through there as well. And I think just the initial wind pickup there in the afternoon, it was just like short, choppy seas, but nothing crazy. I could just imagine on a windy day, because there was days where we waited to round a point where there was forecasting like 40-50 knots there. I can only imagine what it was like then. So that was something.
Any seasickness or anything? Any queasiness?
I did actually, because I was doing some work in the build, wasn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was working. Yeah, I just had my head down. I hadn't experienced no seasickness up until then, and yeah, I had my head down there, and I remember just looking up and feeling a little dizzy. I thought,
All of a sudden it hits you. It's like, I better put this aside for right now.
that was, yeah. I was just like, oh, I feel a little dizzy. That's not quite right. And then all I felt was the cold sweats, and I was like, oh, all right, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah, we need to change what we're doing here. Go up top,
sure.
put your face in the wind.
yeah. I was straight up in the cockpit, and I was just staring at the skyline, just trying to balance it out. Yeah.
So, what does your family think about all this? I think I asked you that question before, but now, like, you've made it all the way to Mexico. What do they think?
Yeah, I think they're super proud. Firstly, obviously they're still worried, but now we've gotten a proper AIS system, so they can keep an eye on us where we are, and we didn't have that before. It was a bit intermittent, so that's all good. And then they've obviously grown confidence in us that we're being serious about it. We're being careful. You know, we've picked up all the safety equipment ready for our kind of next step. So we've just got a few bits to pick up for that. So I think, for my family, they're in touch quite often and checking that we're okay, really. But
what kind of things have you gotten for the trip across, like a life raft or?
Yeah, so the life raft is to come still. So that's the one main thing on our list that we need to still get. But we've got the EPIRB, we've updated our AIS system. We've done a lot of work to the boat for safety as well.
Yeah.
Now, did you get those? Did you get the AIS in California?
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
And you installed it, Billy?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, we 50% installed it when we was up on Vancouver Island, but so we bought a new unit off a company called M-Track, and we had a bunch of problems. Basically, it was a faulty unit that we had. So when we was heading down the coast, it was intermittent, and then it kept not picking up GPS signals and stuff. And then when we got to San Francisco, we managed to liaise with M-Track and got a new unit sent out to us. And then that one's been fine. So,
well, when I first left, sometime in October or November, the servers went down, and there was like a day where AIS was really affected. I think everywhere.
Oh,
Did y'all? When the data servers, went down. I think in Miami, and a lot of those servers are used by the government. I don't know much about it. I just know enough to just kind of say what I'm saying. But I did notice that my AIS wasn't working. I thought I wasn't seeing other boats, and I was concerned. But then the next day it was fine.
Oh, okay. Was that just in Miami area? Or was it?
Well, I was in the Panhandle of Florida at the time, and I don't know how far it went, but there were a lot of. I remember that day. It seems like so long ago now. There were a lot of things that were kind of iffy, not just AIS, but other things too. Like my maybe it was my InReach Explorer, my little tracking device that I give people the link. That thing was kind of iffy also. I think they use the same servers and all that. So
sounds like it'd be quite dangerous. Is there a lot of like shipping in the area? As well?
Yes, because I wasn't the only one out there. So
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
let's see. Your decision making, you become more confident, like of when to stay put, and have you gotten better, like at reading the weather and knowing when to push on, and like, no, let's just wait this out. If you notice your decision making just getting sharper.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we do like to test it a lot of the time, don't we? We like to try, not in a dangerous way, but just try to push it in, just to experience it and see what we can and can't do.
Yeah.
there's been a couple of times where we looked to think, well, we might be fine, and then we've decided no, it's no good. Turn around and go back. And but yeah, then other times it's worked out fine. So it's just that experience of watching it, and I find areas are different from others as well, with the land effect and funneling of winds and islands and stuff like that. There's a lot of factors to take into account.
Yeah, so I guess you've really been testing your boat to see what it'll do, because you're about to go across the Pacific, right? In March, I think you said.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, aiming for the end of March. So our first goal was to do Vancouver Islands. We did that. Second goal was get to Sea of Cortez. So we're here now, and now we're gearing up for the third one. So we're hoping to get over to the Marquesas.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So how many repairs have you had since you left Vancouver? It's not if you've had any. It's same thing with me. I expected it. So have you had to make a lot of repairs?
How long?
Count,
how long can this podcast be?
Go
ahead.
A friend just left yesterday, didn't she?
Yeah.
She come over for a week. So we took her out, and we had an issue there. That was the last one, but it was actually the raw water pump had failed internally, and the seal was basically leaking salt water into our engine, into our oil.
Oh.
Yeah, so we noticed the oil pressures weren't quite right. So we pulled into a bay, checked it out, and it was just like grey, gloopy oil. Oh no. So, I mean, there could only be two issues: the oil cooler or it could be head gasket as well, but the coolant level was fine. So I checked the salt water pump, the raw water pump, and lovely old. As soon as I pulled it off, it was just like grey sludge on the back side of it, and luckily we had a repair kit, so we had to repair that. And then a friend that was actually in the bay with us, luckily enough, had a bigger, because we got like one of those little Jabsco transfer pumps, and it's fine if the oil's warmed up and the normal black oil that you normally take out the engine, but when it was that thick grey gloopy stuff, it wasn't pulling any out. And he's got a big vacuum transfer pump, so he lent that to us, and I think we had about 12 litres of oil on board, and luckily had a pot of old oil that I hadn't disposed of yet. So we ended up doing a bunch of oil changes with that. And
oh, that's smart. Yeah.
Because
I was going to ask you, did you do it like several times? Did you run it and then change it and then run it and then?
That's it. That's exactly what we did. Yeah, I think about 4 times. Luckily enough, it was close enough to La Paz. We got a taxi into town, got another 5-gallon jug, and then we topped it up again. And then luckily the oil stayed, all the grey had gone, and it looked pretty good. So we took it for a little test run to the next bay, and it seemed all right. And we managed to get out to the island where we was planning to go with our friend. So it all worked out. But that was our last issue we had with the boat.
Well, I interviewed someone last week about diesel. We were talking diesel engines. I don't know if you saw it, but she was saying that she would taste it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Taste the oil to see if it has salt in it or coolant.
Yeah.
She goes, now I know I recommend everybody, taste your oil, but that's what she said. That's what she said, and I've never heard that before. So did you taste it?
I didn't need to.
Are you an oil eater?
Is it salty or sweet? I don't know.
That's a good trick, right?
Yeah. No, I did just check. I just checked the expansion tank, and the coolant level hadn't dropped at all. So they kind of told me that it was salt water. But I guess that is a good trick for sure.
Well, so what did we? always like to ask people about anchorages. Have you been mostly anchoring out, or did you stay at marinas, or?
Yeah, we prefer to anchor out. There's the only marinas I think we've been in is in Marina del Rey in LA, We were seeing family and that as well, so it was convenient. It was easier to go there. And Ensenada, which is where we had to check into Mexico.
Okay.
So, and they're actually, if you go into the marina, they help you with the whole check-in process as well. So that was needed.
Yeah, it was really smooth.
Yeah, really good.
That went well. That went smoothly for you.
Yeah, smoother than
Exiting.
checking out of US. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. What was the problem? What happened?
Well, we don't really know, and every single boat has had a completely different experience and told what we're meant to be doing or what we're not meant to be doing. So, but yeah, we checked out on the same app that we checked in on as a Canadian boat and non-US resident, and we were just about to reach the border into Mexico, so we were a couple of hours away, and it was middle of the night, and we get a phone call from US border. Oh yeah, I'll see you at the dock in 15 minutes to check you out.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I said, we're not there. We're gone. We're finished. So we had to turn the boat around and head all the way back. So we got there at like 1 a.m. and just for them to check the passport and then say, yeah, you can go again.
Well, how many hours was it to go back?
We're then against the tide to go back, so I think it was about 3 or 3.5.
I think it was 3 hours going out and 4 hours getting back. I think it was something like that. Yeah, so it was like 7 hour round trip.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But
what? They wouldn't make an exception for you, huh?
No. But yeah, like I said, like every person we spoke to had a completely different scenario of what they were meant to do and everything. So I'm not sure. I wouldn't.
California. It's California. So, what is the significance of waiting till the end of March?
For the trade winds.
Okay.
Really. Yeah. I'll let Bill elaborate on that one.
It just seems like, just reading up, it seems the best time to head out because the ITCs are more calm at the best time to cross through them. Less chance of being hit by any hurricanes or anything like that as well. So it's just the best sailing conditions and the safest sailing conditions to leave for. So
we know a couple of boats that are going to be heading out sooner, but they're a lot bigger, a lot beefier, and ready for it. So they'll be leaving. People will start leaving very, very earliest, end of February, I think it is.
I think depending on the year as well.
Yeah, I'm a fan of just, especially now that I'm traveling with cats. I don't want to get into anything crazy and scare them, So that's another reason why I've kind of taken my time. I don't want to terrorize the kitties on board.
They adapted well to the boat.
They have. They've done pretty well. I got like a stainless steel litter box because I figured that would be less, stinky. Plastic will hold odor. So I figured, the stainless steel litter box was and it's been really good. And I've gotten shipments from Chewy.com for litter and everything. That's a chore. Storing litter on the boat. It's got a lot of weight on the boat from litter.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I got a shipment today, so I should have enough for at least a month, to be over there. I have no idea if they have litter in the Bahamas.
Don't know. Yeah.
But they're good. They're good. It's good to have them with me. Okay, so you're provisioning and you're kind of mentally getting ready for this crossing to the Marquesas. So
Yes.
Are you nervous?
Oh yeah. Yeah, very nervous. I think excited, but
Mixture.
yeah, definitely.
What island are you going to?
I think we're going to check it. Nukuhiva seems to be the best place to check in.
Where's that?
Nukuhiva.
Okay.
I think that's the main port there to check into. So I think we'll be heading for that one initially.
Okay. Well, cool. So, well, what else would you like to tell me about this trip?
I don't know. Anyone who's thinking of coming down this way, then I'd say definitely do it.
Yeah. Words
like
of wisdom for the people that are thinking about doing this. There seems to be a lot of boats out there now. There's so many Instagram channels and YouTubers and Facebook people. There's a lot of people. When I first started this like 10 years ago, there was hardly any channels. I was kind of under the impression that sailing was like a dying art, that it just wasn't, people weren't into it anymore, but not so much right now. What do you think?
Yeah,
you see there's a lot of people.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the community's really a lot bigger than I thought it would be as well.
Definitely,
Once we reached, we met people all the way down the coast. And we've kind of always been going the same direction as well, so it's nice that you go to the next anchorage and you'll meet up with people on their boat that we met maybe a couple of months ago, and it's come into one big community. But in La Paz here as well, it's the community on boat and on land is really good as well. There's a lot of people here that came here for 3 weeks, and then like 10 years later they're still here because
wow.
they fell in love with it. So, and everyone's super helpful with anything you kind of need.
I really like that too, that the local knowledge that you get even from the people traveling or the people that spend more time in that area. It's just invaluable, because there'll be places that I want to go and I'm not sure I can get in there. And then it's good to have all those people. Oh, I've been in there. Yeah, I've got a 5-foot draft. You can get in there, no problem. That is just so helpful, and the local knowledge, in all the areas that I've been to, I don't hesitate to ask.
Yeah.
Because things change after storms. Sandbars form. Even if I've been there before, you still have to check it out, especially here in this where I live, where there's so many hurricanes. A sandbar can appear right in the middle of a channel.
Yeah.
And the locals know to go around it, but you may not know because it looks fine. And maybe my previous track went right through it, but I've learned the hard way, you can't go by your last tracks.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of there's a sandbar here, and there's a couple of boats that have definitely grounded up on it. So.
And how did you not do it?
Well, we saw them. But yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely good. Even today, like the winds got up quite a lot today. When we were talking before, and I wasn't too sure how to get back to the boat from land because I went this morning when the winds weren't as high in our little 2.5 outboard dinghy, and I don't know if you can, maybe the microphones block it out, but it's really windy right now, and I wasn't sure if I was able to make it back to the boat for this in time. So I actually put out to the local chat on the local WhatsApp group for the cruisers here. I said, if I get stuck, is there anyone that could come and get me with a bigger outboard, because I can't get back to my boat. And quite a few people reached out, which is really nice. I did manage to get back on my own. It was fun. It was wavy and
how far
windy.
What's the distance about between the
not
dinghy
far.
dock?
A couple 100 meters.
Maybe. A couple of 100 meters.
Okay, well, if you're in a wind, that is a long ways, and I have a 2.5 horsepower engine too.
Oh yeah. You know what it's just.
Yeah, it works for the most part. Ryan says, where do y'all go after more cases?
We want to go.
People ask me that all the time. I'm like, I don't know. I'm making this up as I go along.
We want to go up to like Fiji and think, and then across to Australia, if we can, and then just keep going from there. Really.
Is Ryan going with you?
Yeah, he's crossing as well.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
So he already knows the answer to this question.
Yeah.
Is that right, Ryan? You already know where they're going. Is he experienced? Does he have more experience?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Where is he from?
Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, they left from BC, same as us guys.
Oh, so you've been traveling with them?
For the most part, we got to know them in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then every time we came out of a bay, they went in the bay, so we'd just wave at them.
Okay.
Wave at each other on passing, and now we've kind of finally caught up properly and managed to spend some time all together, which has been really nice.
So he says there's a couple paths through the Pacific. Just curious. He already knows the answer to this, right?
Which, yeah.
Yes. So we're basically gonna island hop. Our initial track is just to get to French Polynesia. Then once we get there, we're gonna figure out our next point from there. We've not gone that far to know exactly what route we're going to take through we're just got the South Pacific Islands. I think we're just going to, through our experience so far, we've found that just meeting people and talking to them, you kind of make your plan up as you go along. You meet people and they say, oh, make sure you check this island out, check this one out, and I think we'll just be guided by that.
All right, let me pull this up so we can look at the distance. I'm always amazed. So where are you going to jump off from?
I'm going to put a Vallarta.
Okay, right here. And I think there's an embassy here. I interviewed somebody who went over here, and she was able to check into the embassy in Mexico.
Oh.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. That's a long way. That's a long way. I'm not trying to scare you. But
I've never looked at it from the 3D.
I mean, people do it, right? People do it all the time.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
That's the thing. It's daunting, but I mean, there's people, people who've done it before GPS and
that's right.
Like it would 15-foot dinghies or whatever. So
yeah,
I keep reminding myself of that, and it's now we've got all the technology we have and communication.
Oh, Mike says it's been fun listening to you, although I needed a translator for some of the accents. Come on, Mike. He lives in Orange Beach, Alabama. He has an island packet also. No, you're completely understandable. Hopefully I am too. So, yes. Well, yeah. Are you using Predict Wind?
Yeah, we use Predict Wind and Windy, kind of the both, and then the different models. We tend to look through several different models on Predict Wind and just get a rough guideline and go between them, see if there's any differences, and
I interviewed I don't know if you saw that, I interviewed the founder of Predict Wind.
Yes, yeah, I see that, yeah.
He formed it because he went across the Pacific and 1,000 miles offshore, they had a system hit them and broke the mast. And he said, we've got to get a better system of forecasting. So he went back to New Zealand, and I guess he and some engineers came out with Predict Wind. And they reached out to me. I interviewed another person on the staff. Everybody there is a sailor. It's like a requirement.
Oh.
So when you call in, you're talking to real sailors. The woman that I talked to, she like been around the world and everything. So she was in between trips, So And then they asked me if I wanted to talk to the owner and founder, because he's an Olympian, a real, a sailor, and they actually gifted me a year subscription for the high premium. And I have not used all the features because you can really tweak it to your boat.
Yeah, we was looking at signing up for that 4-hour crossing, actually, predict wind.
Yeah, like if you upload your polars, I didn't know what polars was, but it's the specifications for your boat. It will then work in congruent with your boat and the wind and the weather, and it will tell you I guess people that race use it. It will tell you when you need to reef. When at 11:30, there's this wind and these waves are going to happen, and your boat's going to react like this, so you need to reef or do a half reef or something. Like, you can really make it specific to your boat. I haven't done all that. I just use it to watch the wind and waves, pretty much. But that is possible. If you're like a predict wind nerd, you can really hone it in. Aren't you like? Tell me your background again, Billy.
Well, work-wise, it's I was air conditioning, refrigeration, HVAC.
Okay, so you naturally can fix things and everything.
Yeah, it's quite a hands-on job. You use lots of different tools and stuff. So yeah, he's quite hands-on in that respect. Yeah, and I've had boats previous, never sailboat. I've had boats before, so I kind of get the issues you get with boats and all the things you need to fix. So a little bit of experience there as well.
Was it were they gas engines on your other boats?
Yeah, so I've had diesel inboard fishing boats. No, one diesel inboard fishing boat. The others were outboards.
Okay, you've got a little of both.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. Well, I need to come down there and see y'all. Do you think you'll still be there if I sail down there right now? I'll just go down to the Bahamas and then go down and then go through the Panama Canal and come see y'all. By that time, you'll be gone. Maybe I'll catch you when you come back around this side of the world. All right. Well, is there anything else you would like to talk about, or how can people reach you? Let's see. I'm going to put this up.
So we've got a Linktree site with all of our links and everything. But we are on Instagram at Brits1Box. We're on Facebook at Brits1Box. We are our YouTube channel. We used to previously show our RV videos, but now the sailing series has started on there, and I'm quite happy to say that it's kind of kicking off now. So that's
good.
That's good. Yeah. So
did all your followers follow you over to this adventure from your RV?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. There's been like it fluctuates every now and then. So I don't know if that's the RV people coming out and the sailing people coming in. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely had like really high interest on there, which is really interesting, and lots of questions from people and advice, which has been brilliant.
Sure.
But yeah, so yeah, we're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Sea People, which we use a lot. We track all our journeys on there, and contactable on there as well. So
no foreign land as well.
No foreign land, yeah, all on there.
Yeah, if you go to their Instagram, they have the link tree, and then they've got everything when you click on that link of all the places that you can follow. So, well, and they can support you there. You've got different ways to be supported, right?
Yeah, we've got you can become a YouTube member, or I don't know, if Patreon on there. We're going to be putting more content up for that soon, and little tip jar if anyone wants to help repairs.
So you had said that most of your updates have been on the Sea People.
Yes, yeah,
But-
yeah. We've tracked every single thing on Sea People and updated that, and then on our live story on Instagram is more or less up to date as well.
It is up to date.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you have to have a login for Sea People, right?
Mm.
Yeah. I did sign up, and then I canceled it because I already got so many subscriptions, like for the podcast to do all the creating and everything. So I was like, I don't need another thing to pay for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's good to hear that you're updating your stories. All right, guys. Well, so now we're going to have to catch up with you right before you go across the Pacific. We'll have to see this. That's exciting. So anyway, I hope you'll be watching my journey in the meantime.
Yes, definitely.
For
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Good luck with it as well.
Yeah.
You've done really
Thank-
well so far, and
100%.
you got.
Thank you. All the
Along.
repairs and everything. So I had a debacle with the autopilot. I updated my autopilot, a nice Garmin, and I guess it was too powerful for my wheel pilot, and it kept breaking them. So then I upgraded to a linear drive, which is underneath the helm and actually attaches to the rudder.
Okay,
It's not even on the wheel. So it's like real powerful, and oh my gosh, it is great. I highly recommend it. A linear drive, that's what it's called. Rather than the wheel pilot, the real round thing on your wheel, it's actually underneath there, attached to the rudder. So highly recommend it. Well, anyway, thank you so much for reaching out. Y'all are great. Y'all are cute as can be. And I understood everything you said, so I don't know what Mike's talking about. Hopefully you understood me.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I got the Southern accent. Did you have to listen real hard?
No.
Oh,
We used to. Our friends from over the same way, so.
They have a Southern accent too.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well, we will see you again maybe in a couple of months.
Yes, yeah, that would be great. And yeah, thank you so much for having us on as well.
Yes, thank you so
Catch
much.
you up.
All right. And with that, we'll say salty abandon.